Hi everyone, my name is Joachim Kleven and I'm a filmmaker from Norway. I'm just a normal guy who loves to make videos about topics that I think is important to talk about. The video you just saw is made to get the attention from Stefan Persson, one of Sweden's wealthiest men, former CEO and now chairman of the family-owned company H&M. In 2014, I made the documentary called Sweatshop Deadly Fashion, which is about the textile industry in Cambodia. I went to Cambodia and met the people who are making the clothes that you and I are buying. They told us about a life trapped in poverty, with miserable working conditions in factories, short-term contracts, and losing their jobs if they form or enter into a union. The working conditions were simply cruel, and our conversations turned out to be a desperate cry for help. The girls we were talking to in 2014 were sewing clothes for H&M, among others. But for the sweatshop team, it felt natural to take a closer look at H&M because they are Scandinavian and one of the world's largest manufacturers of clothes. What we experienced in Cambodia was not good. The garment workers live under inhumane conditions, which is documented in the web series. The series got a lot of attention around the world. And of course, H&M was quick to say that the series did not reflect on how they produced their clothes. H&M then submitted a complaint to the Norwegian Press Complaints Commission. But H&M lost their case, and they also denied our accusations about poor working conditions in H&M textile industry. Later on, in an interview with a Norwegian newspaper called Aftenposten, H&M told us in front of the camera that we can pick out any factory we wanted to visit and they will let us in right away. They will be pleased to do so, said the representatives from H&M. We therefore returned to Cambodia in 2015 to make a second season of Sweatshop. We did this without notifying H&M because, as they already told us, they would gladly let us in to any of the factories whenever we wanted to. We knocked on factory doors that make clothes for, among others, H&M. H&M refused to let us in, but they still insisted on the phone that we could choose any factory we wanted to visit if we requested it by mail first, because they needed time to prepare our meeting. Then we forwarded the name of the factory that we wanted to visit to H&M by mail. This is a factory that was listed on H&M's website, and from what we have heard from several people in Cambodia, was one of the worst factories to work in. But the day after, they removed the factory from the factory list and told us that they did not produce clothes there. I mean, the whole dialogue with H&M was totally hopeless. They didn't take any responsibilities, and we simply did not get into a single factory while we were in Cambodia. I've seen with my own eyes how cynical H&M can be. The years have gone by. Scandal upon scandal has been revealed, but H&M hypnotized us with new cheap clothes, promoting by beautiful celebrities, all while we are forgetting what a terrible industry this is. Did you know in 2013, H&M promised that by 2018, all their garment workers should earn a living wage? We are in 2020 now, and according to Clean Clothing Campaign, none of H&M's over 1.5 million garment workers are earning living wages. It seems like we forget that this has been going on for so many decades, without any consequences. When can a change be made? Stefan Persson, you who have been the CEO of H&M for so many years and are now chairman of the board in the company, your company, I ask you, why doesn't H&M own its own factories? Why don't you make sure that the people who are making H&M clothes safely can join a union? Why doesn't a fair share of the profits goes to those who are making your clothes? How can you take advantage of people who are desperate for a job? How can you stand there watching those who are making H&M clothes that are so poor that they barely can survive? As one of the largest buyer of manpower in the textile industry, you have a lot of power. Why don't you use your influence to make sure people have better living conditions? It's a sad fact. H&M owners are wealthy because the company exploits people who are poor. Stefan, Persson, I challenge you and your team at H&M. You have the power to change millions of lives of the people at the bottom of the industry. They have made you and your family wealthy. You have the power to help people get out of poverty. Why don't you? You have so much power and money that you can change the industry in a heartbeat. To everyone who's watching, I hope that you will help me spread this video on H&M's social medias. And help me spread the message: modern slavery exists.